This is the anthem. Here's what you came for. This is the moment. Magic was made for. Come on, let's light up the sky now. You feel the magic happening right now.
Hello there. Welcome back to Fan Fatales.
Take a ride with us on the Hogwarts Express.
Walk down Main Street with our best super pals.
And defy gravity with us as we talk about all things fandom.
Hello, and welcome back to Fan Fatales, a member of the Real Fans Podcast Network. I'm Emma.
And I'm Gabby. And this week we're going to be talking about the Disney live-action remakes from the late 90s to more recently. I think there was one that came out last year, 2 years ago?
2020. November, Mulan.
Yeah.
But we get two at some point this year. One of them hasn't had an announced of like when it's going to be released. And then the other one's supposed to be September. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, shall we get started?
Yeah.
So, I found like an insider article called Why Disney Keeps remaking so many of its animated movies.
I can tell you why.
It's the first sentence.
Money.
Remaking Disney classics is an easy way for the company to print money at the box office.
Money. 100% playing off the nostalgia factor for people our age.
They're 4-quadrant films, meaning they're films that appeal to men and women below and above the age of 25. And Disney was able to deliver something nostalgic for fans of the originals while offering something new for young children, many of whom may be children of fans who grew up with the originals. I believe it.
Yeah. Here's the thing about it. It bothers me because they are remaking some of Disney's most creative and best films, in my opinion. I think this era that they're recreating, the Disney Renaissance, right? That is the most creative, most successful point of Disney history since the company freaking started, like in the 30s, since they started making movies in the late 30s, early 40s.
I think if they were to start doing these remakes, which obviously they have, because we're talking about them, but they should have done the classics, like, well, we're going to get into it, but 101 Dalmatians and Peter Pan and those guys that are older films that have some more problematic things, like Peter Pan with the Native American representation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have such a problem with, like, redoing things that have already been done. Like, that's why it bothers me that so many musicals on Broadway right now are movie adaptations.
Oh, same.
It bothers me because it's like, where's the freaking creativity? Like, don't get me wrong. I love Mean Girls. I love Heathers. I love all of those, you know, shows. Moulin
but we don't
Rouge.
need a Back to the Future musical.
Yeah, we don't need a
Karate Kid.
Yeah. Like,
both of which are coming to Broadway.
Yeah, and I was pretty upset when I saw that Mrs. Doubtfire was going to Broadway. I mean, even if it was good, I already had this preconceived notion in my mind that it was going to be bad.
By the way, I guess that this is not going to be video because I forgot to click video. And this is a great conversation.
Just start recording now.
Okay.
And just, like, do, like, a little, like, blurb. Sorry, we forgot to record. Here's the rest of it.
I just noticed it. Luckily, it wasn't further into the episode. Sorry, video people.
Hi. Welcome.
Welcome. But streaming powers, like, are some of the most powerful apps in the world, including YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, Disney Plus, and more. And before the service, Disney Plus launched in November of 2019, Disney limited how often some of their original animated films were in circulation with the Disney Vault.
Yeah, and like before home video, before everything came out on home video, it was, you had to see them in theaters when they came by. Like you had one chance, you know?
Yeah.
And it was when they came around in theaters for their re-releases every
Or
7
the,
years.
What is it? The Disney Summer thing?
Film Festival, yes.
Yeah, the Disney
that
Summer
was in the
Film
tri-state
Festival.
area.
I've been starting to listen to Disorder, guys. But yeah, so unless you had some of the classics on VHS or on DVD, Blu-ray, if it was even released in that format, then you would not have access to it.
Yeah.
So then Disney Plus came along and started remaking everything. Because I think 2019 had 4 of them, and 2 of the 4 were released on Disney Plus exclusively.
Yeah. But that still doesn't take away, I don't know, it still doesn't retract from the fact that this is all one giant money ploy to get the nostalgia feelings going from our generation. Anyway.
So shall we talk about some of these released Disney films?
Yeah. The first one is actually one of my favorites.
And the Disorder guys recently covered it.
Yeah, they did.
I listened to their episode about it.
And it's 101 Dalmatians from 1996, starring Glenn Close as Cruella de Vil.
Yes, and it's great. It's a remake of the 1961 animated film of the same name, which was based on the Dodie Smith novel The 101 Dalmatians from 1956. And the film was released on November 27th of 1996, so it was a November film. And the film grossed about $320.7 million against a budget of $75 million.
So just a small chunk of change.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Well, and because, again, I had just listened to the 101 Dalmatians episode that the boys did. They were talking about how heavily publicized this movie was. To the point where Disney ended up getting permission to paint the Hollywood sign with Dalmatian spots to promote the movie.
No.
Yes.
That's kind of adorable. I kind of love that, though. Hold on. Is this the movie where Cruella de Vil gets baked into a pie?
No.
Is that 102 Dalmatians?
I think it's 102.
The one with Glenn Close, though.
Yes.
Because I vividly remember that one.
This is the one with
On
Arthur
Disney
Weasley as one of the Horace or Jasper.
They were in the second one, too.
Oh, I don't remember the second one.
No, it's just, I remember vividly the scene where she gets baked into a pie. It used to play on Disney Channel all the time.
Yes, they did. I would say that this one, let's see. This is kind of cursed. I'm trying to figure out. 102, Baking Cruella de Vil.
Okay, so it wasn't
Literally
102 Dalmatians. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked this one.
Yeah, this one's cute. I mean, for me, they kind of like mashed together in my head.
Yeah. I like the 1996 101 Dalmatians better than I like Cruella. From last year?
Cruella. Oh, we didn't even put Cruella on this list.
It wasn't on the Wikipedia page.
Well, I mean, it's technically not. It's technically
not a remake. It's a
prequel.
prequel. So, there we go. Cruella's not going to be covered.
Fine.
But,
also,
I don't know.
Alice Through the Looking Glass isn't on here. Excuse me, on here
I didn't
either.
include sequels of the remakes because
Fine.
the list would have gotten long because we would have had the Maleficent 2, Alice in Wonderland 2,
Glass.
and I feel like there's another one. Maybe not. I don't think there's another one. Never mind.
Nope.
Oh well. We had so many already produced ones, and there's a lot to come soon.
Okay, fine. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. This movie's good. It's interesting that 101 Dalmatians was the one that kind of
Kicked it off.
kicked off
Mm-hmm.
the live action remake craze.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
it
kind
was
of come full circle, don't you think?
Yeah. It was 1996. And the
Uh-huh.
next one we didn't get for almost 20 years.
I think
Well, 14 years.
I say good.
I do too.
Honestly.
Speaking of 14 years, 2010 brought us Alice in Wonderland, which includes Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter. Alice. Oh, nope, that is the character's name. I did not write down the cast for this one. Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
I remember Anne Hathaway was the White Queen, and oh gosh, what's her name? Helena Bonham Carter was the Red Queen.
Yes.
Let's see, who else? Do I
Mia
remember?
Wasikowski as Alice.
Okay, somebody who I don't know.
Wasikowska is the last name,
Not a clue.
which is why I guessed what I guessed.
Fair.
Um,
Who else was in it?
Voices of Alan Rickman and Timothy Spall, Stephen
Yes.
Fry,
Yes.
and Michael Sheen.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. Let's get the cast. So Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter,
Mm-hmm.
Mia Wasikowski as Alice. I'm butchering that name. Helena
Yeah.
Bonham Carter as the Red Queen, Anne Hathaway as the White Queen,
Mm-hmm.
Crispin Glover as the Knave of Hearts, Matt Lucas as Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let's see who from Doctor Who. That's his big thing. Never saw Doctor Who. Don't come
Me
for
neither. Don't come for us. We don't know Doctor Who.
Frances de la Tour as Alice's aunt.
Okay, I think we got enough. Who played the Cheshire Cat?
Stephen Fry, the same guy that did all the audiobooks for Harry Potter. Alan Rickman played the caterpillar, and Timothy Spall was a dog.
If I may,
Yeah.
I prefer the other Harry Potter audiobooks, not the Stephen Fry ones.
Okay, I didn't know we were getting controversial today.
The other ones are so good. Oh my gosh, what is his name who reads them? I have to look it up. I can't remember now.
I forget, but I know who you're talking about. I'm already pulling up the cast for the next one.
This is like such a tangent that I don't need to be going on right now.
It's fine. Go on it.
I was listening to The Prisoner of Azkaban earlier. Jim Dale.
Yeah, he's good. But Alice in Wonderland is a remake / continuation of the 1951 Disney film of the same name, Alice in Wonderland. And it follows Alice, who is a 19-year-old girl who is told that she can restore the White Queen to her throne with the help of the Mad Hatter. And that she is the only one who can slay the Jabberwocky controlled by the Red Queen.
So, okay. I liked this one. I had this one on DVD.
I loved this one, honestly.
This one was good.
The film premiered in London at the Odeon Leicester Square on February 25th of 2010. And it had a budget of about 150 to 200 million. And it grossed over $1.025 billion.
And it was directed by Tim Burton.
Yeah.
And,
Another one on this list was
Which one?
Dumbo.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I didn't see that one either.
Um,
Dumbo will go by fast then.
yeah. No, I liked this movie, and you can tell it's a Tim Burton movie because it has his two favorite people, Helena Bonham Carter
and Johnny
and Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Anyway. No, it's good.
Yeah.
I
I don't think I've seen it in a hot minute though.
haven't seen it either. I watched it a lot when I was in my like super emo phase.
I love that. Alice in
Yeah.
Wonderland for your emo face.
I mean, it was dark. It was scary. The Jabberwocky scared the crap out of me.
True.
I thought it was a Jabberwock.
I don't know. I
Aren't the Jabberwockies the dance group?
making me look.
No. I just
No, it's a Jabberwocky from the Lewis Carroll.
Okay, I
novel.
stand corrected. Maybe they're named after it. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea.
No idea. So, 2014 brought us our first. Oh, I guess I have to include Cruella if I'm going to include this next one.
Yeah, kinda. Well, not necessarily. I mean, this one also takes place during the events of the film.
True. So, I'm going to fight that this one counts.
I think there's just a lot of exposition.
Yes. So, the next one is the 2014 Maleficent, which starred Angelina Jolie as Maleficent, Elle Fanning as Aurora, Charlton Copley as Stefan.
Yeah.
Charlton Copley, question mark? I don't know why I keep running. He's not been in anything else that I've seen, so I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
I'm looking at his... Yeah, he hasn't been in anything I've seen.
Okay.
Sam Riley as Diaval. Imelda Staunton as Knotgrass, who I'm pretty sure she was Umbridge.
Yeah.
Juno Temple as Thistlewit, the Green Fairy. Leslie Manville as Flittle. And Britton Thwaites, my man, as Prince Philip. And that's all I'm... Oh, and... No, yeah, that's all I'm going to go.
Okay, so wait. Who are the fairies?
Imelda Staunton as Knotgrass, the red one.
Uh-huh.
Juno Temple as Thistlewit, the green one.
Mm-hmm.
And Leslie Manville as Flittle, the blue one.
So, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather.
Yes.
Yeah. Why did they have to rename them? I like Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. I think those are like...
Can we talk about how the sequel replaces Britton Thwaites as Prince Philip and it's a crime?
Who?
Britton Thwaites. Dick Grayson from Titans.
Oh. Okay. I'm done.
Also, whatever the guy's name is in The Giver. He's also in the Giver movie.
Jonas?
Yes, him.
Okay.
But Dick Grayson is the more important one for Prince Philip here. But yeah, they recast him. Yes. But they recast him in the sequel. I don't know who they recasted him as, but I think he was busy doing Titans.
Well,
so
good thing we're not talking about that one.
Yeah. He's who I gender bent cast as Wanda in our Marvel gender bent casting episode.
That was so long ago.
But, okay.
Emma, I barely remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
True. Me. But the story takes inspiration from the 1959 animated classic, but also tells the story of the perspective from Maleficent.
Which is the first time we see a live action film from the villain's perspective.
Yes, which we've only gotten Cruella since.
Mm-hmm. I think those are like the only two Disney films we get from the villain's perspective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we both went.
It began filming on June 18th of 2012 and was released on May 30th of 2014 in 3D. Why was the 3D important in that sentence?
I have no idea.
The film received mixed reviews from critics, but was a box office and commercial success, grossing over $758 million worldwide.
They started filming on my birthday.
Yeah. No, we're not going to say age, even though we already always date ourselves.
We always do. I would have been 11 years old.
Yeah, you would have been 11.
Yep. I remember when this movie came out.
I do too.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah. I think I saw it in theaters.
I did too. I think my dad took me.
Yeah.
My dad usually took me to movies because my mom would always fall asleep. So, I'm pretty sure my dad took me.
Yep. So, the next one, which I really remember coming out, probably because they did a lot of promotional stuff over at Hollywood Studios.
They did so much promotional for it here. Everywhere. There was so much promotion for it everywhere.
And it was the 2015 Cinderella. And let me get the cast up. The cast includes Lily James as Cinderella, Richard Madden as the prince, known as Kit, Kate Blanchett as the stepmother, Helena Bonham Carter again as the fairy godmother, Nonzo Anozie as captain, Stellan Skarsgård as Grand Duke, Sophie McShera as Drizella, and Holiday Granger as Anastasia.
I forgot Holiday Granger was in this movie.
Yeah.
I like her. She plays Bonnie in my favorite Bonnie and Clyde movie.
Okay.
That's like such a random thing, but she does. I love her.
Yeah, I liked this movie.
Yeah,
don't know.
it was good. I liked the dress. The dress was everywhere.
Yes. I remember they kept on bringing this, like, they had a replica of the
shoe.
The shoe and the carriage at Hollywood Studios, and they would have people take pictures with it. And I
That's
think
so
I have
cute.
a picture of me with it.
That's so cute.
Probably me and my little sister, circa 2015.
Cute. Yeah, I mean, it was also accompanied by Frozen Fever, which at this was like the peak of Frozen mania.
Yes. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that Frozen Fever came out like right before it.
This literally was the peak of Frozen Fever. Like,
wow.
can we just all like collectively agree that the period of time where dads were sprinting to the Norway Pavilion in Epcot as soon as it opened to get their spot in line for their kids to visit Anna and Elsa, like, can we just
What do you
like
mean
all
the period
agree?
of time? It's
Does it
still happening.
still happen?
Yes.
Okay, well, the time when it first started, can we agree to call that Frozen Fever?
Yes.
I like it. I think we should all just agree right now.
And the film garnered over $543 million on a budget of $95 million.
Again, I believe it.
Yeah. The next one is the 2016 film, The Jungle Book, which was directed by Jon Favreau. One of his two that he did so far.
I have such beef with this movie.
I do too. It has Neil Sethi as Mowgli, Bill Murray as Baloo, Ben Kingsley as Bagheera, right?
Bagheera.
Idris Elba as Shere Khan. I am not going to try to pronounce the mother's name. Scarlett Johansson as Ka.
Yes.
Giancarlo Esposito as Aquila, which is the male wolf that leads the pack.
Yes.
And Christopher Walken as King Louie. And
Yep. I remember that. Okay. Here's my beef with this movie. First
Did
of all,
I say the mother's name because I kind of skipped her?
probably.
Lupita Nyong'o as Raksha.
Okay. Okay, so here's my beef with this movie. First of all, why is King Louie huge?
I don't know.
Why is he huge? He's supposed to be just a regular monkey.
I don't know.
Ape, whatever. Orangutan. That's what he is. He's an orangutan. Anyway, that's my first beef. My second beef is, why do the animals freaking talk? I hate movies where the animals talk. Homeward Bound, I don't like that movie.
What about the classic Disney Channel show Dog with a Blog?
Hated it. Hated that show.
Also, I didn't realize like how many like Giancarlo Esposito. I didn't realize that he was in this movie.
I didn't know that either, honestly.
Like, yeah. Also, I found out he was in Once Upon a Time, like, what, yesterday? And I'm rewatching it, like, I'm rewatching season 1 right now, and I'm like, wow, he's in the first season so much. How did I never realize this? But the film premiered on April 4th of 2016 at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood, California. And it received largely positive reviews and was a major box office success, grossing $364 million domestically, $966 million worldwide against a $175 million budget.
Wow. I saw this movie at the drive-in.
I don't think I saw this movie in theaters. I think I waited until it came out.
Yeah.
Unlike the next one, where I think I saw it opening night. But would we be shocked if I saw the 2017 Beauty and the Beast opening night?
No. Not at all. No. But really quick, back to the Jungle Book for just a second.
Okay.
Sorry. Just a second. I just want to say again, I have so much beef with this movie. I don't like it.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead. Also, there was no music in it. The songs are what make the Jungle Book the Jungle Book. Like,
yes.
The dog is barking.
The dog's also mad at Jungle Book.
The dog also hates Jungle Book. No, okay. Hate's a strong word. I have feelings. I missed about half of this movie because I was bored.
Yeah.
In the middle of it.
So, the cast of the 2017 Beauty and the Beast includes Emma Watson as Belle,
Iconic.
Dan Stevens as Beast,
Iconic.
Luke Evans as Gaston,
Iconic.
Kevin Kline as Maurice, Josh Gad as LeFou,
Yes.
Ian McGregor as Lumiere,
Yep.
Stanley Tucci as Cadenza,
Who?
Madam, the wardrobe's husband
Oh,
that they made up for the movie.
Don't hate me, I only saw part of this movie.
Okay. Audra McDonald as the wardrobe.
Love her.
Ian McKellen as Cogsworth. Emma Thompson as Mrs. Potts. I'm trying to see if there's any other names I should mention.
Who played Chip?
Trying to find Chip. Where is Chip?
They said no.
They said we're not. Oh, Nathan Mack as Chip.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to see if the kid's done anything. I doubt it, because he doesn't have a Wikipedia page. Yeah, he's done nothing since he
Okay.
But, it was good. I don't know. Emma Watson's not the best singer. So to have, like, Audra McDonald to play the wardrobe and like,
not
Emma Thompson and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then auto-tune Emma Watson, it was kind of...
Mm-hmm. That's why I turned it off after about the first song. I was like, no, I can't finish this.
Yeah, it gets better.
Although, If I Can't Love Her is in it, so.
Yeah, that's a good song. Though it should have been Evermore from... no, If I Can't Love Her isn't in it. It's Evermore from...
Sorry.
If I Can't Love Her should have been in it.
Sorry, I got them backwards.
Just like Home should have been in it, but also Emma Watson isn't the best singer, so...
You can't put in Home if Emma Watson can't sing Home. Audra McDonald can sing Home.
Yeah. But I don't know who I would have cast as Belle besides her.
Give me a sec. I'm thinking.
Oh, jeez.
The thing is, you need somebody with the name who can sing.
Yeah.
Who's not in their 30s. Or at least who doesn't look like they're in their 30s.
Yeah. And who had a name in 2017.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Of course, I'm like thinking of like people now.
I'm like, okay, what about Disney Channel? I don't
like the first person that came to mind for Belle.
I can't think of anybody else, so.
The only one I thought of was Dove Cameron, but Dove Cameron should be someone else, not Belle.
She should be one of the silly girls.
Yeah. And I think they were supposed to make a prequel show about LeFou and Gaston. And then
Yeah.
I think it got scrapped recently or postponed or something.
I probably wouldn't watch it, honestly.
I probably wouldn't either.
We're their target audience, and we probably wouldn't watch it. And
Yeah.
I think they realized that they weren't hitting their target audience with this movie.
Yeah. Though it did garner some positive reviews from critics and audiences and grossed about $1.2 billion worldwide on a $254.6 million production budget, surpassing the original film, making it the second highest grossing film of 2017.
Which is great, but how many people went to the theater expecting it to be one thing, getting something else, and then not watching it ever again?
Exactly.
Right?
I think I've seen it like twice.
I saw literally 5 minutes of it. So,
Bella's my favorite princess, and I saw it twice.
Yeah, I guess I can't be one to speak about it because I only saw like a very small portion of it. And then I've seen some other clips, but like, I don't know. I just think box office numbers are not always a good tell of whether or not a film is popular.
Yeah. Can I just talk about another thing that makes me upset?
Sure.
So I love the Broadway production so much. And there's a moment, I think it's like right after Belle. It would have been where home is, if that makes any sense. And they have the little backing of home. And it got me so excited when it first started because I was like, yes, my favorite song from the Broadway show is making it in. And then it was like, no. Another thing like this happens in another live action remake. But it's a different song.
Okay.
I will spoil. It is one of the like 4 from 2019.
That's not even a spoiler. There's 4 whole movies that came out in 2019.
But it's the only one that has a Disney on Broadway show. I'm pretty sure.
No. 2 of them do.
2?
Aladdin and the Lion King.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Next
I actually
is...
have the cast in the notes for this one.
Nice. Next is 2018's Christopher Robin, which I fought to keep in this episode because I love Winnie the Pooh. So, this film is inspired by A.A. Milne and E.H. Shepard's Winnie the Pooh children's books, and it's a live-action / CGI follow-up, kinda. I don't know. I just say that, like, okay, I think it's a remake because The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is, like, a collection of stories.
True.
And it's not necessarily, like, there's not really, like, a plot.
True.
Like, it's not like, and it's Christopher Robin's books. It's his toys, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what the movies are really about, is about him spending time with Pooh and Piglet and Tigger and Eeyore and Rabbit and Owl and Kanga and Roo in the 100-Acre Wood. So this film stars Ewan McGregor as the title character Christopher Robin, alongside my girl, Haley Atwell, also known as Agent Carter, as his wife, Evelyn, Bronte Carmichael as their daughter, Madeline Robin, and Mark Gatiss as his boss, with the voices of Jim Cummings reprising his roles as Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, Brad Garrett reprising his role as Eeyore, Nick Mohammed, Peter Capaldi, Sophie Okonedo, Sarah Sheen, and Toby Jones.
Yes.
I don't know who each of them played, but I can only assume that they were the rest of them. So
I think they were the rest of the voices of the
Kanga,
cast.
Roo, Piglet, and Rabbit.
Yeah.
So this film grossed over $197 million worldwide and became the highest grossing film in Disney's Winnie the Pooh franchise, surpassing the Tigger movie, which was released in 2000.
Yes. I loved this movie. I love this movie.
Yes, I cried.
I still watch it.
It's so good.
Oh, I cry.
Literally just sobbed.
Yes.
So good. I don't know. I have nothing else to say about it. I don't have any beef with it. I don't have any issues with it. It was just perfection. Love.
Just like this next one, where we haven't seen, so we'll be able to go through fast. So the 2019 Dumbo film, which was the first of 4. in
Which is
2019.
okay. It's been on my list to watch since I got Disney Plus because I used to watch the original like animated Dumbo religiously as a kid.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I
I'm
remember the
looking at
whole
this
thing.
cast list, and I don't remember like any of these characters' names. Not gonna
Dumbo,
lie. No,
Timothy Mouse.
I don't think the animals speak.
They have to. They're the whole movie.
I think the plot is different. Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out.
I think you're right, actually. I think the plot is completely different. In which case you're like, is it really a live action remake if the plot's completely different?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna figure out what the plot is. Okay.
Follows Dumbo,
According-
the flying elephant. Is there no Timothy Mouse in this one? He's like the creme de la creme of the other movie.
No, I don't think there is. Ready? A young elephant whose oversized ears enable him to fly helps save a struggling circus, but when the circus plans a new venture, Dumbo and his friends discover dark secrets beneath its shiny veneer.
I don't like it. So it starts at the end of the original Dumbo, like where he's already with the circus.
Yes.
And he's doing all his little tricks and stuff.
Yes. The film stars Colin Farrell as Holt Ferrier. It looks like he's the father because there's two kids, Nico Parker, who plays Millie Ferrier, and Finley Hobbins, who plays Joe Ferrier.
Okay.
So I'm just going to guess he's the father of these two kids that are important to the plot.
I love how we feel qualified enough to talk about this, even though we haven't even seen this movie.
It's fine. Michael Keaton as V.A. Vanderveer.
I do like Michael Keaton.
Danny DeVito.
What?
As the circus owner.
What? Hold on. Danny DeVito as the circus owner, but no Timothy Mouse, who is crucial to the plot of this movie?
Eva Green as Colette Marchant. Alan Arkin as Jay Griffin Remington. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say.
Wow. I have feelings about this movie and I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Did you find Timothy Mouse?
No.
Damn it.
I don't think Timothy Mouse exists. Yeah,
He's
I
the
did
whole reason Dumbo learns to freaking fly.
I did a Google find search and I wrote in Timothy, nothing.
Stupid.
Mouse, nothing.
Stupid. What the heck? Okay, I'm done. I don't even want to talk about this movie anymore. Next.
Oh, what is next? Oh, you can start this one while I look at the cast.
Yes, it's another 2019 movie, Aladdin, which was fire. I loved this one. The plot follows Aladdin, a street urchin who falls in love with Princess Jasmine and befriends a wish-granting genie played by Will Smith, who also battles the wicked Jafar, who was played by, oh my gosh, what's his name? Musad? No, that was Aladdin, wasn't it?
So the cast includes Will Smith as the genie, which was the first one, Mina Masad as Aladdin, who
Mina
will be Ezra.
Yes.
Bridger.
Yes.
Rumored. I don't know if that's official. Naomi Scott as Jasmine, who we've talked about before.
She was in
our
Lemonade
Disney
Mouth
episode. Marwan Kenzari as Jafar. Nassim Pedrad as Dahlia, Jasmine's handmaiden.
Yes, she's also in New Girl. She plays Allie.
Billy Magnuson as Prince Anders, the Prince Ahmed
Yeah.
replacement.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, how dare you replace him? Numan Akar as Hakim, who is the head of the palace guards, and then Alan Tudyk as the voice of Iago. Do you mean he makes the parrot noise? Yes, it means he makes the parrot noise.
He didn't, yeah, because Iago doesn't speak in this movie.
I mean, it's Alan Tudyk, who also voiced Hey Hey.
I loved him as Hey. He's really good at making bird sounds.
He's also King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph. Like, dude has been in a lot of
Yeah.
Disney. And
I
all
like
that
him.
stuff.
He's like a
K2,
staple.
K2SO in Rogue One.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I don't know. I liked it.
I liked it. I loved the dancing.
I loved Speechless. I loved the Speechless song.
Loved Speechless. I loved the costume design. Loved the costume design of this film.
Yes.
Because Jasmine wasn't in a bikini. That was the main thing that I loved. Yeah. Also, I liked that they took inspiration from Arabic cultures and Indian cultures.
Same.
You know? Like, because the costumes and the colors were very reminiscent of, like, colorful Bollywood, right? Saris.
Oh,
and
yeah.
same with the dancing was very Bollywood.
Reminded me of Bollywood.
Yeah. But the actors were Arab and they tried to stick to the Arab culture while also keeping the colors and the dance style of Indian culture, which I think are very similar.
I do too. And I love Jasmine in this so much.
Mm-hmm. I very strongly dislike the original Aladdin.
Same.
But this movie makes up for it.
I agree.
Okay.
But you also know my thoughts on the original one, and I don't really want to get into some of them.
Yeah.
We'll save it for the Disorder episode.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest problems with Aladdin, the original, are, as much as I love Robin Williams, I think his jokes date the film.
Yeah.
He makes jokes that are very, like, he made jokes that were very for the time and for the audiences of the time. And at the time it was released, everybody got him. But as a kid seeing this movie in, 2008, 2006, 2004 even. 2004 I was like 3 years old, so everything went over my head. But as at 6, right? At 6 years old watching this movie, the jokes completely went over my head because I had no idea what they were talking about. I agree. Maybe 2.
I agree. And I feel like the jokes in this one were better rounded.
They're a little bit more, they're not so
I also liked
references.
that we got to see Jasmine and not just like Aladdin and Jasmine hanging out with each other.
Yes. We got to see her with Dahlia and be a girl.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Also,
because I think my biggest problem with Aladdin is the whole him lying to her plot.
Yes.
But
I agree. Also in the original movie, this is kind of on track. I don't know. If you notice when he lies as Prince Ali, his feather falls in his face.
Feather falls down.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing.
That's the only cute
thing. Besides Robin
movie.
Williams.
I mean, well, yeah, Robin Williams is an icon. Just because his jokes didn't keep up, I mean, that's not necessarily his fault. No. Part of it is the writers,
Yeah. Oh, I think they let him just go at it.
I know that they did do that, but I mean, they have to give him a starting place.
Yeah.
And, I mean, when you're a stand-up comedian, that's what you do. You poke fun at the times. I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So shall we talk about the other Disney Renaissance film that was made in 2019? Can I get through the Oh wait, we didn't say how much this grossed in the box office. Aladdin did.
Oh, let's see. Aladdin grossed $1 billion.
And then from a $183 million budget.
Yep. It was released on May 24th of 2019. In the theaters.
So this next
I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it on Disney Plus.
I saw it in theaters. And it's a Guy Ritchie film.
Wait, which one's a Guy Ritchie film? Aladdin?
Aladdin. Lion King was made by Jon Favreau. This is the other live-action remake he did. Because he did Jungle Book and Lion King, the two weird animal ones.
The two that I have issues with.
Yes. Can I get through the cast before I rip
into it? Okay.
Yes. So it includes Donald Glover as Simba and J.D. McCary as young Simba, Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, I do not know how to pronounce his name, for Scar. Chiwetel is the first name. Ejiofor as the last name.
I'm taking a shot in the dark here, and I'm gonna guess Chiwetel
Ejiofor?
Chiwetel Ejiofor. I have no idea.
As Scar. I'm sorry, dude.
We're so sorry. If you know how to pronounce his name, send us a video. fanfatalespod@gmail.com.
Alfre Woodard as Sarabi, Billy Eichner as Timon, John Connie as Rafiki, John Oliver as Zazu. There's a lot of Johns.
Wasn't John Oliver the original Zazu?
I don't think so. I think they had asked him to, and he was like, no. And then was like, oh, Lion King's actually good. I'll do it.
No, who was the original Zazu?
I don't know.
I've got to love
Rowan
you
Atkinson.
Coconuts. Dee-dee-dee. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, now let me get back to the cast list because I had to go on that tangent. Beyonce as Nala.
I was waiting for it.
Oh, wait. James Earl Jones as Mufasa and Florence Kazamba, Keegan-Michael Key, and Eric Andre as Shinzi, Kamari, and Azazi, which are the three hyenas in this film.
Weren't they Shenzi, Bonsai, and Ed in the original?
Yes.
I liked Ed. He chewed on his foot. My dog does that.
Which one, Lily?
No, Muffin.
Okay. But it is a photorealistic computer-animated remake of the 1994 traditionally animated film of the same name, which is loosely based off of William Shakespeare's Hamlet. It was released on July 19th of 2019. Oh, wow, the day before my sister's, I don't know what year birthday. And the film had a budget of $260 million and grossed over $1.655 billion in the theaters.
I don't like this movie. Don't like it.
Yeah.
I like James Earl Jones.
Okay.
Like him. I like the whole cast. I like Eric Andre. I like Beyonce. I like it. I don't like this movie.
Can I talk about probably my biggest issue with this movie? The weird Beyonce song that they randomly threw into it.
Thank you. Don't like that.
It should have been the end credit song, and they should have done He Lives in You or something from the Broadway show.
Agreed.
Also, He Lives in You is such a bop.
It is.
Like, it was made for, I believe, the first movie, and then they released it on, like, a Lion King album that came out after, like, a year after, and it was, like, music inspired by the Lion King. And then it was put in Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, and then it was put into the Broadway show.
Yes. And it's a good song.
Yes.
Beyonce's song should have been like the Christina Aguilera Reflection at the end of the movie. Right?
Yep.
Like at the end of Mulan, Christina Aguilera sang Reflection. At the end of, oh gosh, what was the other one that had that? There was a few of them.
I mean, they all have had, like, a random, like, whatever.
Pop singer of the time saying, like, the Christina Aguilera Reflection is just the one that sticks in my head. But, I mean, anyway.
I agree. I don't know. I like that they brought back James Earl Jones.
I like James Earl Jones. I loved him as Mufasa the first time. I loved him as Mufasa the second time. I mean,
he's one of the, I know I have this fact somewhere later. He's, like, one of 7 Disney voice actors that got to reprise their role in a later thing.
I love that.
Of, like, remakes.
Yes, I love it. I can't stand the new Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Hate it. Can't stand the new Circle of Life. I can't stand any of it. I can't. The soundtrack, I just, It doesn't sound right. It's
Can I
like,
check for my favorite joke in the movie, though?
it's the Walmart version of the original.
Yes, and I love and hate at the same time how self-aware Timon and Pumbaa are the entire film.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
like, what is it when they first say, oh yeah, it's Hakuna Matata, and someone goes, what's that? Timon or Pumbaa, I forget who it is, but they go, oh, that usually gets a huge applause whenever we just say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's funny for a little while, but eventually it gets old, you know?
I agree.
Because then you can only make the same kinds of jokes over and over again.
Yeah.
Plus, another movie with weird CGI animals talking. I don't like it.
And then another weird CGI animal talking movie was made for streaming for Disney Plus movie, which was released on November 12th of 2019, which is when Disney Plus first started.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Lady and the Tramp.
I honestly didn't even watch this one. I had
So
zero
I watched
interest.
it on Valentine's Day this year.
I had zero interest of watching this one.
Tessa Thompson is the voice of Lady, Justin Theroux as Tramp, Sam Elliott as Trusty, Ashley Jensen as Jock. I think that's all the dogs that I should mention.
Peg?
Yeah. Janelle Monáe as Peg.
Oh, that's
Benedict
kind of
Wong
nice.
as Bull. Wait, that's the guy from Doctor Strange.
Who?
Benedict Wong.
Yeah.
Is the bulldog.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then Thomas Mann as Jim Deere, Kersley Clemens as Darling, and Yvette Nicole Brown as Aunt Sarah.
They got rid of the cats in this movie, didn't they?
They're still in it, but like, yeah. Should I mention who voiced the cats?
I mean, are they still, like...
They gave them a worse song. Like, they should have just, like, not had them in if they're gonna cut out the weird kind of racist Siamese cat song.
Kind of racist.
Very racist.
Very racist. They gave
But the
the
song-
cats, like...
I know. But the song is so bad that they gave them that it should have just, like, they should have just not had a song there.
Is it just as racist or is it just bad?
It's just bad.
Yeah.
But Nate Rocket Wonder and Roman Arthur as the cats.
I never liked the cats in the first place. They're such jerks.
They should have not had them in and should have had something else happen.
I mean, they're the whole reason that lady gets thrown out, though.
True.
So you kind of need them. They're kind of vital to the plot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, who's the villain? Aunt Sarah? Well, I mean, she's the villain in
Yes.
the first one, but... Okay, I see your point.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the... It's called What a Shame, and they're just, like, ripping up stuff and being like, oh, what a shame. Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least they're like CGI cats and not like Cats the movie cats.
You're right.
Now, anytime I think of like people playing cats, all I can see is the creepy CGI Cats the movie cats with people faces
Yeah.
that walk on
But it
two
was
legs.
cute. I liked it. I don't know if I'd, like, see it again.
I like the original film just fine. I have zero desire or need or purpose to see the live action remake. And see, this is the thing that I'm talking about. This is the problem. When their target audience, me, I don't know if I am their target.
I'm sorry. I'm excited for one of the 2022 films. I don't know about you. We'll get into it.
We'll get there. But
I'm trying to get us through Mulan so I can get to talk to it.
Let me just finish this thought and then we can move on. It's just when the target audience has zero desire to see the film because it's the same thing that they've already seen. Why would we watch it again?
And there's no, like, budget or, like, how much it grossed because I couldn't find either one because it was a streaming service instead of in theaters.
Yeah, so how do you make money off a movie that wasn't in theaters?
Yeah. Just like this one, but they had a premium fee for it and then was released on Disney Plus later.
Yes.
2 months later, it looks like, because it was released on Disney Plus on September 4th of 2020 with the premium fee, and this is Mulan we're talking about, and it was made available free of charge on December 4th of 2020.
Yes.
And the cast includes a lot of names I'm about to butcher.
Good luck.
Yifi Liu as Mulan, Donnie Yen as Commander Tang, Gong Li as, I do not know how to pronounce the character's name, but she's the witch. She's the new villain.
Not the Huns?
No.
Okay, truth be told, I haven't seen this one either.
Jason Scott Lee as Bori Khan, and he's based on Shan Yu from the animated film.
Okay, so what I did hear is that this one is supposedly supposed to be like more life accurate.
It is more based on the Ballad of Mulan.
Okay, so it's not necessarily the same.
Disney's Mulan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yosen On as Chin
Ho? Champo? No, that's his name. Champo.
No.
Sorry, go ahead. What?
No. He's the new, like, he's basically the Li Shang,
Oh, okay.
where he's like the love interest and ally of Mulan.
Okay.
Jet Li as the Emperor, Z
Okay.
Ma as Ha Zhao, so Mulan's father,
Mm-hmm.
Rosalind Chow as Mulan's mother,
Mm-hmm.
Zana Tang as Mulan's sister.
Where's grandmother? And little brother?
I think grandmother's about to get here.
Oh, wait, no.
Maybe.
Little brother? Yes, little brother is Mulan.
Little brother's the name of the
dog.
The dog, yeah. I don't know if the grandmother's in it. I think they replaced her with the sister.
What do you mean? So that means we don't get the, woohoo, sign me up for the next war.
Yes.
That's the best line in the whole movie.
Let's see. Jimmy Wong as Ling. Which one's Ling?
Ling! He's the little skinny one.
Okay. Shen Tong as Yo, which is the gruff one.
He's the short little stocky guy.
Yeah. He's the Danny DeVito looking guy. And Dao Mao as Chen Pao.
I love Champo.
Or Chen Po, whatever.
I love him. I love him
then
in the second
Nelson
one.
Lee as the Chancellor.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And I'll just mention this real quick. Additionally, Ming-Na Wen, the original voice of Mulan from the animated film, its sequel, and other projects, cameos as an esteemed guest who introduces Mulan to the Emperor at the end of the film.
That's cool.
Which I really love that fun fact.
I do
Because I was like, because she's like, Emperor, sir, this is Mulan.
And then she's like, okay, bye. I'm Ming-Na Wen. Bye.
Yeah, I'm Ming-Na Wen. I'm gonna go fight some bounty hunters with Boba Fett now.
Uh-huh. She's all, Mulan, I'm out. I'm Ming-Na Wen. I love her. She's awesome.
But it was good. It wasn't comedic at all because you cut out the comedic
Mushu
factors of
and Cricket.
Mushu and the grandmother.
And
No,
Cricket.
the cricket's still in there, but not as
But
important.
he's not a character. He's just like there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was good. I don't know. I liked it enough.
Okay.
Haven't seen it since the first time I saw it, so.
I don't know. This is another one where I'm like, I might watch it. Truth
Yeah.
be told, I didn't, like, growing up, I didn't love the original Mulan to begin with.
I know.
It, like, definitely wasn't one of my favorites. Like, I had a staple group, and it was the ones that I had on VHS.
It didn't have the music. It didn't have the music.
Yeah, I do know that. And honestly, there's not much that the music contributes to the original. There's only 2 songs in it. 3 songs in it.
Yeah.
I'll Make a Man Out of You is iconic, though. You gotta have it, like, at least in the credits.
I think they had it, if I remember correctly, I think they had it in the, like, kind of like underscore.
That
Kind of
works
like
too.
what they did with Home.
That works too.
I'm trying to think, because I think the new general guy, Donnie Yen, I think he was someone. Or he is someone in something. So I'm going to figure that out real quick. Oh, he's the blind warrior guy from Rogue One. I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me.
I haven't seen that movie in probably 2 years. I can't remember.
But yeah, that's him. And he's like a real like martial artist and like kung fu expert.
That's
and
cool.
he was the like general guy. So shall we talk about some of these films in production and the ones that are announced?
The one that Emma is like crying and about to explode to talk about? Yes, go ahead. Talk about it. All you want.
Peter Pan and Wendy! Peter Pan and Wendy! So excited. It comes out later this year. We don't have a release date yet. It officially wrapped on August 14th of 2021, and it will be a Disney Plus original. So it won't be in theaters, sadly. The announced cast includes Alexander Maloney as Peter Pan, Ever Anderson, who was young Natasha Romanoff in Black Widow, as Wendy Darling, Jude Law as Captain Hook, Yara Shahidi as Tinkerbell, Joshua Pickering as John Darling, Jacoby Jupe as Michael Darling, Jim Gaffigan as Mr. Smee, and Alyssa Aluk as Tiger Lily. And then the only known difference we know so far is that the Lost Boys will not only include boys, but girls too. Slightly, which is the Fox one from the original, is played by a child with Down syndrome. Nibs, who is the bunny, is a biracial boy, I believe. The twins, which were the raccoons, are African-American girls. Cubby, the bear, is renamed to Curly, which is more aligned with the book and play. And it is going to be a girl instead of a boy. And Toodles, the skunk, is an African-American boy. And then they are introducing 2 new characters among the lost children. Birdie, a Chinese-American girl, and Bellwether, a Latino boy.
Love it.
I am so excited.
I think this movie's going to be good.
I am so nervous that it's not going to be, but it seems like it's going to be great.
I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be very reminiscent of the movie that came out, I think it was in the 90s, but Hook.
Yes,
Like
I
the
think
one
so
with
too.
the one with Robin Williams.
Yes.
I think it's going to be
Hook.
reminiscent of that.
I'm trying to think because I know that they announced Mr. Darling too, and I didn't write that one down because I didn't think the Darling parents were important. Alan Tudyk.
Hold on. They're not doing Mr. Darling is the parent, is Captain Hook?
No, they're not doing it.
What?
Which is like my one problem.
They
with
did it in the original film.
I know.
In the animated film. And they do it on stage.
Alan Tudyk will be playing the father. Again, of King Candy and Disney and all that fame.
Yeah, I know, but should be.
And then Molly Parker will be Miss Darling.
They're in it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Unless they're
That's
like
why I didn't
shaking the story up a little, which they might be.
They might be. I'm excited though that the title isn't just Peter Pan, that it's Peter Pan and Wendy, because she's the main character of that first movie.
She really is.
Also, I love Wendy. Also, Ever Anderson is such a great young actress. I am so excited to see her as Wendy.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Because I found out that she was playing Wendy right before I saw Black Widow.
I remember, and then we talked about Black Widow, and you freaked out because you found out she was playing Wendy.
Yeah. And I'm just so excited.
Good. You should be excited.
My friend Tyler, who I met at MegaCon this past weekend, he and I like had a full conversation because they've like had some released pictures on it, and we're so excited to see it.
You guys dressed up as Peter and Wendy, huh?
Yes, and we're doing it again at Holiday Matsuri in December.
Cute.
With my little sister's Tinkerbell, maybe.
That's adorable.
Yeah, I'm making her like Santa Tinkerbell dress.
Cute. Cute. Should we move on to the next one?
So the next one
That's coming out this year?
I'm not excited for this next one.
Yeah.
It will be released in September of 2022, and it is Pinocchio. The cast, though, is good.
The cast is really good.
For this, like, weird, like, I don't know. I
don't like it, though.
Spoiler alert for the Disorder guest episode that we're about to record in, like, a week or two.
The original.
This is on my, like, least favorite Disney movie list.
This is, like, I think Pinocchio is so overrated. The movie as a whole.
No, he's on my overrated list, not my least favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we didn't do least favorite. I was like, I think least favorite is kind of mean. Let's just overrated. Movies that, like, get too much hype.
Yes.
And I think Pinocchio is one of them. I just think the original movie, first of all, is
Scares
horrifying. I mean,
I think the scariest scene in all of Disney is the kids turning into the donkeys.
On Pleasure Island, yes.
But yeah,
that's horrifying.
But the cast includes Benjamin Evan Answorth as Pinocchio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Jiminy Cricket, Tom Hanks as Geppetto,
which is going to be good.
Keegan-Michael Key as Honest John,
which is also going to be good.
Lorraine Bracco as Sophia the Seagull, a new character. Cynthia Erivo as the Blue Fairy, which is going to be amazing. I love her. And then Luke Evans as the coachman.
Yeah. So,
like, it's such a great cast. I just wish it wasn't Pinocchio.
The other thing about Pinocchio is that it's 3 shorts smashed together.
Yes.
It's not one storyline, right? Pinocchio goes to school. Pinocchio
gets kidnapped by Honest John.
No, not by Honest John, by the circus guy.
Yeah. Well, he also kind of gets kidnapped by Honest John.
That's when he goes to school, though.
Yeah.
And then Pleasure Island.
Mm-hmm. The whale.
Oh, Pleasure Island is the
yeah. I know what you mean.
The second guy. The second one is Pleasure Island.
Yes.
And then the whale. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and like they kind of were like, oh, well, to escape Pleasure Island, he jumps in the ocean and gets eaten by a whale. Okay, fine. But it's still 3 stories smashed together.
Of the two, and I know that they're both released on Disney Plus, but of the two, if they were both being released in theaters, I would see Peter Pan and Wendy 100 times, and then I would see Pinocchio 0 times in theaters.
Wow. Show them where your dollar's going. Yeah.
I'm a Peter Pan girl. Yeah. What can I say?
Yeah, I agree. My comment under it when I saw that they were doing Pinocchio, I said, another? Why? The original isn't even that good in all caps.
I feel like we've talked about it in fandom news, about the casting of them.
I think we did. And I think we said the same thing. Sorry for the Pinocchio fans out there, because, you know, every Disney movie is somebody's favorite Disney movie, but, like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
And now we're getting into, like, so 2023 has 2 coming out. And they're both princess films. Only 2, right?
2.
The first one is The Little Mermaid, and it is scheduled to be released in theaters on May 26th of 2023.
We don't need another Little Mermaid. Sorry, that was really loud.
I agree. But I really like this cast, so I'm interested. Also, I really like the differences that I'm already seeing from stuff. But it includes Halle Bailey as Ariel, Jonah Howard King as Prince Eric, Jacob Tremblay as Flounder, David Diggs as Sebastian, Awkwafina as Scuttle, Javier
Bardem.
Javier Bardem, I'm sorry, as King Triton, and Melissa McCarthy as Ursula.
Javier Bardem was in that movie Mother that we watched that we hated.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Who was he in that movie?
He was the guy.
The, like, I don't want to say
like God? Yeah, quote unquote God.
The God,
yeah.
but the God. Okay. But the differences that we're already starting to see is Lin-Manuel Miranda will be teaming up with composer Alan Menken to rework songs from the original, and the two will be composing new songs for the film. Scuttle is a female diving bird instead of a male seagull. Okay.
Okay.
And then Queen Athena will appear in the remake. She is Ariel's mother, and she previously appeared in the prequel of the original film, Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginning. And in this film, her relationship with Ariel will be explored, which I'm excited.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Here's my beef.
But
didn't they do enough live action Little Mermaids? Is 2 not enough? They did 2. They did the stage play.
I hated Little Mermaid Live, though. Can we not include Little Mermaid Live in this?
Yes, we have to, because the Little Mermaid Live was so bad.
It was so bad.
And then they did a remake of the Little Mermaid.
I'm sorry, but the best song from the Broadway show, they made into a duet, and it is a glorious quartet.
Yeah?
It is one of my favorite quartets in all of Broadway, and they've ruined it.
Whoa, that's a strong thought. Whoa, there's a lot of really good quartets.
I know.
What about the Time Quartet from Tuck Everlasting? Or, the quartet from, Secret Garden.
I stand by. I love If Only.
If Only's really good. I don't know. I feel like The Little Mermaid is a dead horse that they keep beating.
Yeah. I think it's because of, every, few years we get a whole, mermaid generation growing up. Mako Mermaid H2O just had water, and then the sequel, Mako Mermaid. Kind of kicked that off recently.
Barbie's Mermaidia. That was mine.
True.
And the Little Mermaid.
Mine was H2O. And the Little Mermaid, yeah.
I mean, I had the VHS that got
have,
banned.
The Little Mermaid. You do?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then the other princess that's getting a remake, we only have 3 members of this cast, and it is the Snow White remake. And production began on March 1st of 2022 in London, England, and is scheduled to end in July 8th of 2022. And the film is expected to be released sometime in 2023. We don't really know when. The announced cast that we have so far is Rachel Zegler, so Maria in the new West Side Story remake as Snow White, Gal Gadot as the Evil Queen,
which I think will
Wonder
be
Woman.
Awesome.
I think that pair is awesome.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Burnap as Jonathan, and Jonathan is described to be a, quote, Robin Hood-like, end quote, person who serves as Snow White's love interest, end quote, follows her into battle.
Interesting. So it's kind of like Snow White and the Huntsman, and he's the Huntsman?
Yeah. Maybe? I have
know.
no idea. But, according to the press release, the film will expand on the 1937 film's story and music and will feature new songs from songwriters Benj Pasek and Justin Paul of Dear Evan Hansen, Greta Schulman, La La Land, all of the things fame. And then, following criticism of actor Peter Dinklage over the quote stereotypical portrayal of dwarfs, Disney announced that the film will replace the titular characters with quote, magical creatures, and that casting for them will begin shortly.
Hold on. The whole movie title is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
It's going to be called Snow White. It's not going to be Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
But the whole point of the movie is that the 7 dwarfs take her into their home and...
Okay. Apparently, according to the following backlash, Dinklage ignored the difference between real-life humans suffering from dwarfism and the dwarfs as mythical and fantastical creatures from European fantasy, folklore, and mythology. And then he even wrongly stated that the dwarfs from Snow White lived in a cavern instead of a cottage in the forest.
They work in the cavern. They don't live there. They have a cottage. Yeah. And if you watch the original movie, the artistry in the cottage is amazing. The stairs are owls.
Yes.
If you look at it,
it's so
pretty.
on February 22nd, 2022, when Harlan was born.
How
it
do
was
you know that just off the top of your head?
Because she was born on 2/22/22 Tuesday.
Oh my god.
It was a Tuesday. I was also born on a Tuesday. Also, it was like 2 days after my birthday. And there's like 3 real fans' birthdays.
I was more expecting that to be the answer, that it was 2 days after your birthday, not that it was 2/22/22.
And it was announced by the Dis Insider that Sandy Powell, the costume designer from the live-action Cinderella, has joined the crew for the film.
Which was good. The costumes were really good.
I love the costumes from Cinderella.
Costumes
so
in
I was
Cinderella
really
were good.
excited to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the announced. We don't really have casting for most of the announced.
Mm-hmm.
Except for one. And it includes Robin Hood, which was announced on April 10th of 2020 and will premiere exclusively on Disney+.
I think that one will be good. I like Robin Hood.
I do too. I feel like there's so many Robin Hoods, but that also might be because I just took a medieval film class.
And you had to watch all of them.
So I've watched a bunch of medieval Robin Hood films, including the Disney one.
I like the Disney one.
I watched the Disney one and I got a 85 on that final paper.
Yeah, I think the original is good. It's a bunch of stories mashed together again, but hey, I love Whistle Stop. I love
Robin Hood.
I love the song, what is it? I don't even know what it's called, but it's the
Dolly.
Robin Hood and Little John walk it. Oodalolly.
Oodalolly. Yeah.
Oodalolly, golly, what a day. Yeah, Oodalolly's great.
Yeah. I love that movie. I'm excited. I'm wondering if they're going to do the fox people again? Or like the animal people?
If they do the animal people, I'm going to be really upset.
Because it's going to be like cats.
Because it's going to be like cats. They better do real people and not CGI weird animal hybrid things.
Yeah.
Or just CGI animals with voices. That one's weird too.
Yes. The next one is The Sword and the Stone, and Game of Thrones writer Brian Cogman is penning the script and with Brigham Taylor as the producer. And on February 8th, 2018, it was announced that the film will not be released in theaters, but on Disney+.
I think this one will be fantastic.
I do too.
I think this is an absolutely perfect movie for a live action.
I think so as well.
I loved this movie.
I'm sorry. Can we talk about other perfect movies for live action?
Black Cauldron?
Atlantis.
Sorry, what did you say?
Atlantis. The 2001 classic.
And why is Cole Sprouse Milo?
That's not who I would have picked.
Who would you have picked?
Tom Holland.
Cole Sprouse.
No. We can argue on that on another day. But it's going to be great. This next one I'm not too excited about, but it has a fun fact associated with it.
I
love me some
am
fun facts.
furious about this one.
I know you are. I just watched this movie. While I was eating dinner today.
Dude, I watch this movie, at least once a month.
And it is Lilo and Stitch. The project was announced in October of 2018, although a release date is still to be announced, though it is set to be released on Disney+.
I think it should never see the light of day.
So the cast includes only one person.
Yeah.
And it is Chris Sanders,
who is
as
the original
voice of Stitch. And he was the original Stitch, and he is the 7th actor to reprise his role for a Disney remake of a previous Disney animated production. This list includes Jim Cummings and Brad Garrett, who were Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, as you mentioned earlier, with Christopher Robin, Nancy Cartwright and Patton Oswalt, who were Rufus and Professor Dementor in the live-action Kim Possible, and then in the series as well. Mm-hmm. Frank Welker as the who reprised the vocal effects for Abu and Raja in the voice of the Cave of Wonders, and then James Earl Jones as Mufasa.
Mm-hmm. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, my note for this one is no with about 100 O's.
Yes.
And then it says, let's be very clear. I do not want this to happen.
No. But I want this next one to happen.
Lilo and Stitch is a movie
I know.
that is only possible.
It is a movie.
It is only possible through animation.
Yes. I agree. It's going to be bad. It's going to be like Sonic.
And I think
we move on.
the exact same thing. I think it is going to be like Sonic, and I think that I think this is going to ruin it. I think this is absolutely going to ruin this movie. I don't think it should be
Can we talk about the
converted.
next Disney Renaissance movie that's going to be remade? Because there's so many of them.
Which I think would work. I think Hunchback would be a great option.
Yes, this project was announced in January of 2019, although a release date and cast are still yet to be announced. I hope it's a stage show version.
I agree. Also, I think Patrick Page should reprise his role as Claude Frollo.
You know, I just had an idea. Eva Noblezada as Esmeralda.
Yes. Eva Noblezada as Esmeralda, or somebody of
Romani.
yes, of Romani descent.
Oh, I like that better.
And Patrick Page reprising his role as Judge Claude Frollo.
I'm trying to think of anyone else I would cast.
You know what else would be really cool? I know there was a production of Hunchback where the character who played Quasimodo was deaf and signed the whole time.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Oh, what was it? Like Deaf West or...
It wasn't a Deaf West production. I think it might have... I don't remember. So, the production of Hunchback, who had the deaf actor playing Quasimodo, was at the Fifth Avenue Theater. I don't know where that is. Where is that? Where is the Fifth Avenue Theater? Oh, it doesn't exist.
Seattle, Washington.
Thank you. And it's...
No problem.
The actor is Josh Castile. He was in the Spring Awakening production done by Deaf West, which went on to be the revival on Broadway. He plays Quasimodo, and he's fantastic, and I think it would be amazing to have him play Quasimodo.
I think so, too.
We should start a petition, send it to Disney.
Yes. Next one. I hate it already.
I do, too.
On January 24th of 2020, it was announced that Geneva Robertson Dewart and Lindsay Bear will write the screenplay, while Paul Weitz, and Andrew Miano will produce the film. And the film is reported to be seen by Disney as, quote, a type of companion piece, end quote, to the live-action/CGI remake of The Jungle Book and the CGI remake of The Lion King.
That already destroys the movie. I will never watch this film. Never.
I know you won't. I'll watch it and I'll report back.
I literally wrote, why? Why?
Now, this next one might be good.
I think this next one would be amazing.
And it is Hercules. And on April 30th of 2020, a live-action remake of Hercules was announced via The Hollywood Reporter. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings writer Dave Kalaman is pinned to write the script, while Marvel directors Joe and Anthony Russo are set to produce.
I think this would be amazing.
Yes. And it will not be a literal adaptation of the original, but will contain a few elements. And they have added that they're not sure if the film will be a musical or not, which it should be a musical, but
I agree.
I'm not going to complain.
I want the muses. Okay.
I want July. Okay, can we talk about how Danny DeVito is going to have to reprise his role?
As Phil, yes.
1. 2. Also, I saw a Phil cosplayer at MegaCon.
Love.
It was great.
Love.
And then 2, Jelani Aladdin, who was Kristoff in Frozen on Broadway, should play Aladdin. He was Aladdin on the stage show recently.
He should play Aladdin?
Or Hercules. I'm sorry. He was Hercules in the stage show recently, is what I meant to say as well.
I was like, what? Okay, who are we casting as the muses, though? Lizzo has to be one of them.
Yes.
Lizzo?
Can she be the Hercules one?
Yes. Lizzo, Beyonce,
Yeah.
Alicia Keys.
Yeah. Basically the Sixth cast, too. Not all of the Sixth.
I don't know. I love the girls who are in 6 though. So like some of them could do it too.
Yeah.
But I want it to keep like the original vibes of the original.
Same.
Like the vibes of the original are on point.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. But yeah, Jelani Aladdin. Oh, maybe that's why I'm thinking his last name is Aladdin.
Yeah.
This is why my
I
brain
could
got
kind of
messed
tell
up.
where you came from. It's okay.
But yeah, he was just Hercules when they did it. Whenever they did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Roger Bart should be Hades, because then we'd get young Hercules singing voice being Hades,
Or
just like the stage show did.
Or
We're already casting him in Hunchback. We're not putting him in this.
Or
We already cast him in Hunchback. We're not putting him in this.
it could be Patrick Page though. He plays Hades on Broadway right now.
But I don't think he'd be a good witty.
Hear me out.
Lack of a better
Hear
word.
me out. RuPaul is Hades.
Why do I kind of love that?
Right? Or like
Who would play Meg?
Or like a
Who would
drag
play-
queen
Who would
as
play my
Hades.
girl? Who would play my girl?
Meg.
Meg.
We need like a Greek actress. I think it should be like an up and comer.
I agree.
But back to Hades. I think either like it should be like RuPaul, or it could be oh gosh, who else could it be? Who else has that same vibe?
I don't know.
Maybe Alyssa Edwards. I would love to see Mayhem Miller. That would be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just some like amazing drag queen. Those are like the only few that I could think of off the top of my head. I'm like,
Why did my brain go to Stanley Tucci again? For Hades.
Stanley Tucci as a drag queen.
Hades.
Oh my gosh. What about, oh my gosh. Wait, I know she's not a drag queen. But what about, oh gosh, what's her name? She was just in Inventing Anna, that show. Oh my gosh, what is her name?
I don't know.
Oh gosh. She played Dr. Frankenfurter in the new one.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I sent you the video of Tyler doing the time warp, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Laverne
He's
Cox,
great.
that's who I'm thinking of. I know she's
Okay.
not a drag queen, but
Drag
that's like
queen, but
totally
yeah.
like other idea. This would be like femme Hades.
Yes.
I think, oh my gosh, that's totally up her alley. I mean, she killed it playing Frankenfurter. I think she would kill it playing Hades too.
And if Jelani Aladdin is playing Hercules, can I just mention how I know that he's already a Disney dad, so he probably should not be another Disney dad, but James Earl Jones
As Hades?
as Zeus.
Yes.
If Jelani Aladdin is Hercules,
Yeah, James Earl Jones.
I love that so much.
Also, can I play Aphrodite in that one scene that she's in the movie?
Well, if we cast James Earl Jones, I can't be Hera.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why not?
True.
This
Fine.
is just in our brains. Are you kidding me? Who at Disney is going to be like, yes, those two?
Well, they're two very minor characters to the story.
They really are not that important.
No. And then the last one that has been announced so far, which I'm mad.
Me too.
And it was announced on January 20th of 2022 by Deadline, who reported that a live-action adaptation of The Aristocats is in development, yet to be determined if it's a theatrical release or a Disney Plus release.
I literally just wrote,
No.
bruh.
No.
No. This is creepy CGI cats.
Yes.
This is going to be Cats 2.0, and I don't like it. Why touch it? There are so many good movies that star people that could be live action.
Yes.
Why? I don't understand what the obsession is with turning movies about animals. Okay.
So, shall we get started with some fandom news?
Yes, I think I'm done for now.
You're first this time around.
Oh, hey! A new Daredevil series is officially moving forward at Disney Plus with Matt Corman and Chris Odd attached to write and executive produce, respectively.
Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness, has become 2022's highest grossing movie at the box office so far, surpassing Matt Reeves' The Batman, which made $68.5 million.
Stranger Things 4 is going to have 9 episodes, with Volume 1 containing 7 episodes arriving on May 27th, and Volume 2 containing the last 2 arriving on July 1st, which I think is terrible. Why would you do that? Let me binge.
Disney's Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky, which is the 4th of July fireworks show, is now listed on the Walt Disney World calendar for July 3rd and 4th. I'm excited.
That'll be good.
I'm happy again. Because it was such a staple. And no.
As the retheming of Tarzan's treehouse continues, the entrance has been almost completely demolished. The new theme has not yet been revealed, but should be coming out soon.
Yes. Mark your calendars for May 31st because the first, quote, Walt Disney World store, end quote, and first ever interactive Disney Vacation Club virtual discovery station will open on iDrive in Orlando.
Hold on.
You seem confused.
They just got rid of all of the Disney stores. Yet they're going to open another Disney store?
On iDrive, yes. iDrive is already hell. Do not add more crap to iDrive.
George Kalogridis? I don't know. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. A Disney Parks executive and Walt Disney World opening cast member has announced his retirement.
Yes. The Tony Award Administration Committee has announced on May 23rd that legendary actress and 5-time Tony Award winner Angela Lansbury will receive the 2022 Special Tony Award for Lifetime Achievement in the Theater.
Mrs. Potts?
Yeah, she's getting her Lifetime Achievement in Theater Award,
Good
which
for
is
her.
so deserved.
She so deserves
I
it.
love her.
Composer Mark Shaman shared via Facebook that the first reading of Smash the Musical took place on Friday, May 20th. The musical is centered around the hit NBC television show, which had a successful 2-season run back in 2012. News about the musical was announced back in 2020, with more information revealed in February of 2022 about the plans for a workshop in the summer.
Yes. Season 3 of Love, Victor will premiere on Hulu, and then all 3 seasons will be coming to Disney+.
A Hero's Job is Never Done. Baymax, original Disney Plus show, will start streaming on June 29th.
Zombies 3 streaming on July 15th, only on Disney+.
National Geographic's America the Beautiful, an original series, narrated by Michael B. Jordan, starts streaming on July 4th, only on Disney+.
Corbin Bleu is joining the cast on Season 3 of High School Musical, the musical series, which starts streaming on July 27th on Disney+.
Miss Marvel, an original series from Marvel Studios, starts streaming on June 8th, only on Disney+.
Season 4 has already been officially confirmed for High School Musical, the musical the series, prior to the Season 3 release date.
On Disney+. Calling out all heroes prepared to assemble on July 20th, 2022 for Marvel Avengers Campus, an epic new land opening at Disneyland Paris.
Which will be my sister's 16th birthday.
Woohoo!
She'll be able to drive.
Wow. Stay off the roads.
On her own. Yeah.
If you live in Orlando or the greater Orange County area, stay off the roads.
Shall we get into the outro?
Yeah, I guess.
I almost said intro when I went to go say outro.
Well, we will
the outro.
see you guys in the outro, I guess.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Fan Fatales. We are a proud part of the Real Fans Podcast Network.
That's right. And if you want to check out more shows on the network, you can find them at rf4rm.com.
Join us next week where we will be heading down to Radio City Music Hall to talk about the Tony Awards.
Remember to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts.
And subscribe to us on YouTube.
Please leave us a review and comment down below to tell us what you thought of the show. And remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FamFatalesPod for the latest updates and to possibly be featured in a future episode. Now, Emma, where can the people find you on social media?
So my Instagram and TikTok are both at SnippyEmma, which is SNIPPYEMMA. What about you, Gabs?
I'm at Gaby Gent on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. That's GABYJENT.
Our editing is by the wonderful Carol Linsmeyer.
And as always, thank you for tuning in. Bye!
Bye!
Views expressed in this episode do not reflect the brand or company they're from.